Hey, yo, good evening, viewers of the tube. I'm your host, Tyler, and I'm sure most of you are wondering, where are the live backgrounds? Well, I have been in California for the past couple of weeks, but on Monday, I will be back in Miami. We get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Green screen it is for today's episode. It's time for Chico Crypto. News dropped a couple days ago that had the entire cryptocurrency space talking about the future outlook of the industry. The news was Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg's announcement of their cryptocurrency, Libra. So, is this a good thing for the space? Is this a bad thing? Or is this just a natural part of cryptocurrency's evolution? Well, first, what exactly is Libra? Libra will be a cryptocurrency used for payments throughout the online world Zuckerberg is building, including Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Unlike other cryptocurrencies which have fluctuating values, Libra will be a stablecoin pegged to a reserve basket of assets that anchor its value. This reserve will include bank deposits and short-term government securities and currencies from stable and reputable central banks. So, is Libra decentralized? Nope. Libra will begin its life as a permissioned blockchain. The currency is employing a blockchain that is secured by a trusted group of validator nodes. Right now there are 28 validators, all pre-chosen by Facebook. All current validators are big corporate names like Visa, Lyft, Uber, Stripe, Coinbase, PayPal, MasterCard, and more. Each validator donated $10 million to join, and they get a seat on the Libra Association Council, which gets one vote in decisions in the governance of the token and blockchain, and a share of the interest earned on the fiat reserves. Facebook hopes to grow this validator list to 100 members by the official launch in 2020. This list, when it completes, will be a corporate powerhouse and can almost be considered the beginning of corporate warfare on cryptocurrency. Libra is an attempt from the settled old boys corporate cartel to take control over the economic revolution that is taking place. This can be likened to the UNIX wars of the late 1980s and early 1990s.
That's what one of the things UNIX does best, is to allow people to generate applications such as this.
The UNIX operating system might be one of the most important pieces of software ever created. It is the backbone of most modern technologies. It's the backbone of Linux, Android, Mac OS, and without it, our computing options would not be nearly as robust as they are today. UNIX was created in August of 1969 by Ken Thompson at a research lab for AT&T. He created something special, but initially the corporate powerhouse AT&T didn't know what he had just created. UNIX grew up as a non-proprietary system because of a federal consent decree enforced on AT&T, which said it would not stray away from its mission to provide telephone services. It was okay for them to develop software and even license it for a reasonable fee, but they were barred from getting into the computer business. So they licensed it out to universities with no intent on commercializing it. Then in the late 1970s, AT&T realized they had something of commercial importance, and they began trying to secure UNIX as a trade secret. Although nearly a decade went by when UNIX was in the wild at academia, when AT&T tried to create their own commercial version, UNIX version 7, professors from universities just forked an earlier version and adopted their own features, which was not illegal. Thus, many versions of UNIX were created, but by the late 1980s, two major variants of UNIX were dominating the market, one from Berkeley University and Sun Microsystems, and one from AT&T, each with their own standards. In 1987, these two announced they would be integrating together to create one unified open system. All hell broke loose, as other vendors like IBM feared the alliance, and they created their own alliance called the Open Software Foundation, with its own competing standards of the UNIX operating system. These two competing camps, fighting for power of technology, never actually settled anything, and technological advancement took a backseat to corporate maneuvering. A true standard was never created, and actually these wars fostered a ton of crappy standards onto the marketplace. So now you can compare blockchain technology to UNIX here. Blockchain technology was created about 10 years ago, and no one at first realized its vast and far-reaching implications. Blockchain technology has been able to grow relatively naturally in a true open environment, but just like UNIX, corporations are starting to realize its potential, and they are creating their own blockchains, cryptos, and alliances to set the standard of blockchain technology. This is what scares me the most, that companies like Facebook could become the ones setting the standards for the future of blockchain technology. Libra will have the spotlight. They will have millions of users, and future laws regarding blockchain technology could be heavily influenced by the corporate powerhouses part of the Libra Association. Eric Voorhees, CEO of Shapeshift, put out a tweet storm in support of Libra, and in tweet number 17, he kind of backed up my point. He says Libra may become the whipping boy of cryptocurrency. As the politicians of the world get irate at having their fiat supremacy challenged, they will call on Facebook to answer for it. Even Eric realizes Facebook in the future will have a major say in crypto's overall future. Now, there is no doubt that the launch of Libra will give billions of people access to cryptocurrency who would have never learned about it otherwise. Many people then argue that by being introduced to Libra, it will open Pandora's box, leading to them learning about true decentralization and cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let me explain why that might not be the case. Facebook is launching its own wallet, called the Calibra Wallet. Eventually, the wallet will have services of paying bills, buying goods, or accessing public transport by scanning a QR code. Sounds a bit like WeChat, right? WeChat is huge in China, like literally the only app people use for everything. Crypto adoption for payments is pretty much impossible over in China due to this. Imagine the general population of America or Europe having the same features through Facebook. Do you think that they will care if it's decentralized enough? No. All they care about is if it works, if it's easy, and the merchants they want to use accept it. If Facebook can create a similar and as robust payment system like that of WeChat, then you realize how Libra could absolutely destroy many current cryptos, especially those focused on payments. Being completely honest, my feelings about Libra are hard to explain. On one hand, you see the corporate takeover attempt, but on the other hand, you see how good this is for the adoption of digital currency. Will humanity use Facebook coin for eternity, or will true decentralized coins secure their spot as the standard? Well, let the crypto corporate wars begin. Cheers, viewers. I'll see you next time.